Hey guys, welcome to the case study of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Now, research shows that people learn best by examples. And in this case study, I want to show you a very practical example and help you apply the main ideas or the main laws of this book into your everyday life. So on that note, let's dive into it. So we're going to look at the example of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, most of you already probably know Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the most inspirational leaders throughout the history of mankind. He lived from 1869 till 1948. You have to know that India during that time was ruled by the British institutions. So Gandhi was actually the leader who helped India gain or regain independence. So he was the leader of India's independence movement, and he was also a civil rights and social justice activist, meaning he was against all racism of any kind, skin, gender, etc. So on that note, he was actively involved in protests and boycotts that help people gain equality, and that's really what differentiated Gandhi from all other people. He was a great persona, he was very well known, and let's now have a look at some of the laws that Mahatma Gandhi represented, and that might help you to internalize them. Now, first of all, one of the laws that Mahatma Gandhi represented was the law of respect. And remember, John C. Maxwell said, people naturally follow leaders stronger than themselves. This is the law of respect. So you have to understand that most followers follow someone because they perceive that person as a better leader, a stronger version of themselves. And this is exactly what Mahatma Gandhi was for many people. I love to refer to the train story as an example. So when Gandhi was executing legal services in South Africa, he was taking the train from one city till the other in South Africa, and one day, as he was sitting in the train, he had a ticket to be in the first class compartment, but he was resisted, or he was declined by a white man in the compartment, so he was not able to actually sit there, although he had a ticket because of his skin color. And that really shocked Gandhi as a person, and he resisted with all his force against the demands to move to another compartment because he had a ticket, right? So they literally, the white officers of the train, literally threw him off the train with his baggage. They literally kicked him out of the train, and Gandhi persisted. That was the time that he realized, well, hey, I'm going to create a revolution. I'm going to fight for equality. I'm going to fight racism, and I'm going to be determined and devote my whole life to that cause. So that cost him, or that gave him a lot of respect in his followers' eyes. And if you want to be a very good leader, you really have to find something in your niche or whatever field of your life that you can really stand out in, that you can actually gain respect from other people. Because the law of respect says people will only follow you once they see you as a stronger version in a respective life area. So remember the law of respect. Now let's move into another law that Gandhi represented. Another law that Gandhi closely or entirely embodied was the law of sacrifice, and this actually goes back to the first law, the law of respect. And remember, Maxwell says a leader must give up to go up, and this is exactly what Gandhi did. You can see a little picture there in the background. So Gandhi was actually praying in South Africa, or in India, sorry, in that picture. And you see he's very thin. It's almost that he hasn't been eating in a very long time. And this is actually what Gandhi did. Like, he prayed and he fasted. He didn't eat for days just because he wanted that unity, he wanted equality, and he wanted to sacrifice his whole body to for that cause. So he went through several arrestations because of his boycotts against the British rule in India. He prayed, he meditated, he fasted multiple times, and he literally did this because he had a bigger cause. He had a bigger vision for the world, and he sacrificed a lot of his time and his energy for that cause. So remember, if you want to be a strong leader, you have to give up in order to go up. You have to make sacrifices in whatever field you're trying to make a difference. Things are not going to go as easily. You will have to sacrifice something. So if that might be a reminder for you, try of any field or think of any field that you are in and think of like, how can I really stand out? What do I have to sacrifice to really stand out in that field or that industry? And try to just be it and entertain that sacrifice. And I mean, just be your best version. Now let's move over to the last law and the most important law that Gandhi represented, and this will give you some more insights into his life as well. So the last law is the law of legacy, and Gandhi completely lived up to that. So Maxwell says, the author of the book, he says, success is not measured by what you're leaving to, but by what you're leaving behind. And Gandhi really left behind an empire, like a legacy. So he was such a great inspiration for future civil rights movements in the US later on. So, for example, Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela were both inspired by his actions, and that was actually what caused these people to stand up for themselves. So it's just a proof that Gandhi really knew that he was leaving something behind, again, by sacrificing a lot of his time, by taking up that responsibility and that respect. So he committed his life to nonviolence, equality, and simple living, and that were the values where Gandhi stand for. So again, if you want to be a very, very great leader, if you want people to follow you, you will have to think of a long-term vision that you see yourself in and that you embody, and that is long-lasting and that allows people to see that you're actually not in it for the game or of the short wins, but that you're in it for the long haul. So you can only leave a legacy once you have a clear, long-lasting vision. If you try to go for short wins or quick wins, you're not going to leave a legacy, because then you're focused on very short returns, like short gains in revenue or money. There has to be a bigger purpose. There has to be a bigger cause. And in his Gandhi's cause, that was to just create a union of people to fight racism. That was Gandhi's main cause, and he fighted for that, and he left that behind. And therefore, he was a big inspiration. So anyway, guys, I hope I brought some clarity by explaining those three laws here: the law of respect, the law of legacy here, and the law of let me go back. It was the law of, I don't know anymore. Anyway, those three laws, I hope you got something out of it, and it was good talking to you. Let me finish this presentation with a clear overview of who this, here we are. So this little presentation is delivered by Book Success, so you can follow us. My name is Anthony, by the way, from Book Success, the owner of Book Success. So you can follow us on our YouTube channel, Book Success. Subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, Pinterest, and of course, for more detailed summaries, action guides, you have to be on our website, booksuccess.com, where we deliver you insights on the best personal development and business books. So I really hope you got something out of this presentation.